Welcome back to Bulletproof Mindset, where we help you bulletproof your mind through health, fitness and entertainment. So today's episode is giving you 8 reasons why you should be following a workout program. Now, all too often, we sort of wing it when we go into the gym. So if this is you, stay tuned as to why you shouldn't.
So why have I not been training well? I don't know. Why has my training been shite? I don't know, mate.
Because you don't have a workout plan.
That is that. Explain to me why I should have a workout plan.
Well, actually, today's episode will be just the right episode for you.
Oh, yes.
So, but it brings up a serious point because I have only just started following a workout program again. You hear me all right in this?
Yeah.
And that's been, what's that been, the last 2-3 weeks, actually following a structure to my workouts. I don't know, I always come back and forth with this because I've had clients who they're following such a strict routines for a long time, and then they come in and then they're like, I don't know what it is, I'm just not feeling it. So that's when I'm like, right, let's just see what we feel. Like if they're maybe they're get a flu or a bug, and they can be some of the best workouts because it kind of resets. I think that's when probably a deload is maybe planned or a change of a phase or something like that, because workouts can get tedious and they can get
very still.
You love working out though, like you truly love working out.
I love working out. I actually forgot how much I loved working out until this week because I wasn't able to train for like 2 weeks. Not really been feeling fantastic, I must say, and felt terrible.
Aye, terrible. Did you work out on Monday there?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
So I just done a push day, but so my workout routine now is going to be push pull legs full body, so 4 days a week.
How are you going for?
Just for the last 3 weweeks of the year. Nice. But again, it's structured so that coming up, I've got the same structure for 3 weeks, and that's so much better. Yeah. Oh, the difference in the mentality going into that workout that you've got planned and you know you're going to be doing again is totally different from doing a workout that you're only going to do once. Aye. Sometimes in that singular workout, you are going to go in and you are going to smash it like no other, but there's no progress to be made from there.
No, I know, but I think as well as thinking about your goals, because maybe you've not confronted this feeling yet, but I know deep down that you are wanting to compete in strongman.
Yeah.
And that wasn't too far away. Nah. And you fell off the plan for that. So then you're like beating yourself up because you're like, I'm not achieving that goal.
100%.
Because I remember when I was doing my competition, there was days where I think this is where you like the main part of me doing a comp wasn't to place, it wasn't to get in the best shape of life. It was like what you said the other day. It was actually getting faced with these challenges, going, man, I'm
constant challenge. You're smashing your goals every single day.
Whether you feel up for it, whether you don't.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, the workout program I was following,
crazy.
I actually need to look back at it because I can't remember. I was doing like it was never titled like push pull leg split. I'm pretty sure it was like back. That's how in depth it was. It was a whole back workout.
Right.
There was chest, shoulders, arms. There was abs. But
I think if you're a bodybuilder and you're training 6 times a week, you can probably hit the bro split. And you have the time and the recovery time as well.
But this is what kind of gets me fired up today. Another bodybuilding show, because seeing that whole programming, not one squat, not one deadlift, no compound lifts, nothing. That's how I was like. If I how can like this guy got so many people in amazing shape, and I was in pretty good condition.
Yeah.
But I strongly believe that anyone that's got a good foundation of muscle, because I'd already been working out for 6-7 years, so foundations were already built. This was the first time following a regimented bodybuilding structured plan.
But for the first time in 7 years?
The one that I've not just created, because I would follow like I said before, like Simeon Pandas for like a couple of weeks, and then it'd be Flex lose his arm day. I would have a set. Me and my mate Ross, we'd always come in Monday was chest day. Tuesday we would do like a wee bit of back and then some rear delts, and then Wednesday was shoulders and arms, and then
I'll always remember when I first started training, I just done whatever.
I feel like
honestly,
my arms.
No, exactly. I went in and I'm going to do shoulders and chest, but little did I know at this time, and this is how fucking naive I was, that you need your shoulders and your chest. So I knew what I could lift in chest, I knew what I could lift in shoulders, so I went and done the shoulder press machine first, right? And I went over to the chest, and I'm like, I can't do this. And I'm like, oh, maybe you're not meant to do shoulders before chest. That's how naive I was. I was just couldn't do anything.
It just comes down to priority. I'll actually have a funny memory. It just came back there. I was in Aquatech, and I had never bench pressed before. And we set up the bench press on the Smith machine, and I was like, right, let's go. And I was like, let's start with 5s on the side. And I'll never forget unracking that and bringing that down and going, try to push up because I never had the coordination to fucking execute that movement.
What
I was
age were you?
fucking hell. So I would have been about 17, 18.
Aye, we guys.
We guys, but it's like, right, I need a big fucking chest. But we were benching on the Smith machine. And I was like, see if I just moved away for that, like sooner, like rather than later, that would have projected my workout career.
Aye.
But so when I was following that bodybuilding plan, as I said, there was days where I just did not want to fulfil, and I was wanting to pull out of the competition because, in combination, that I'm following a nutrition plan, and I'm having the most fucking worst, seediest shit ever, like taking a shot of olive oil.
Is that what you're doing?
Aye. Don't get me wrong, from that nutrition plan, I have one of the most solid meals that I've had since then. So in 7-8 years, I've consistently ate eggs and turkey bacon every single day because I love that meal. It takes me 5 minutes.
When I got my first ever plan from that Joseph Rakic, and I got the meal plan, and I was like, what the fuck
What is this?
is this?
Oh, is this what you need today?
Genuinely, right? Eggs, oats, and milk.
But
all separately. I'm like, what?
I'll never forget.
So I was like, I paid for somebody to tell me
you
eat
this.
eggs, milk, and oats for my breakfast, and then like the lunch was something. It was all stupid things you don't put together. I'm like, what is this?
Don't get me wrong. I've had like
No,
just
it's
them on, like oats
that.
and eggs.
It's
and
all
stuff
right.
like
But
that.
I was like, is this what you need to do?
Aye.
I'm like, nah, this isn't for me.
See, when I seen that I had to have almond butter, almond peanut butter, and have that when I'm having my chicken and asparagus and rice, I was like, and I was like, does he mean like mix it? So I was like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Does he mean mix the milk, the eggs, and the oats together? I'm like, what is this?
I'm making a cake. No, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. The amount of advice out there, the amount of programs, the amount of nutrition advice, it's all skewed. And don't get me wrong, like no matter what you follow, you're going to get value from anything, whether it's shit, whether it's good, whether it's in the middle.
So
that's
what I'm about to say, and that's one of the points we've got here is it gives you structure so that you go in and smash it either way. So, see the Joseph Rakic plan, it was absolutely shit. Like the workouts, well, I don't even know. I don't even know if I've got them on this phone because I used to have them on my iCloud, right?
For one of our next episodes, I think what we'll do, we'll prep some of the old plans that we had and bring them in, because I done Sadiq's. That was another plan that I followed. I get like a 12-week course for it.
I've got it.
Have you got it?
I've actually got it. Right, you ready for this, right?
Hit me with it.
So it's a barbell bench press to start with.
Right.
Then a dumbbell pull over. 15, 12, 10, 8 for all of them, right? All normal sets.
That's all right. Aye. We're off to a good start here.
Then it's a bent knee hip raise
What's that?
for your abs.
All right. So straight in the abs. Put 3 exercises in. Interesting.
Right. And then it was a hand over head crunch.
What the fuck? And then that's your day? Is that day one done?
And then it's got some barbell shrugs.
Just the same day?
Alright, so on the same day, right, he's got barbell shrugs and then he's got barbell shrugs behind the back. Bro.
Wow.
And then cable shrugs to finish. Right, so, but see, at the time when I was doing the workouts, I felt like I was fucking smashing it.
You would be, because somebody's went, follow this and you'll get in good shape. And see, if you did follow that, you would have got in good shape. So
you're getting better shape than you will if you don't follow anything.
Aye, I want to be mindful of this as well, because like there's always like I'm pretty sure there would be a good argument for you'll be able to communicate why he's done that, and it's not just willy-nilly putting all these exercises together, because he's done something that's worked for him. But equally, as fitness, not influencers, but as fitness personal trainers who train the average person, we can challenge that and say, look, here's why I don't think that's a good use of
see, obviously it's for Joseph Rakic, right? He's got a big team behind him, so he won't be employing personal trainers who make plans, right? He'll be too expensive. He's got a big team behind him. I remember when he was showing his office. So these kind of plans, this is obviously specific made, right? That somebody's picked these because I don't think they would give them everybody. That's a bit fucking stupid. But somebody's made this up who doesn't really know what they're doing, because he wouldn't do that. I might used to watch his workouts on Instagram, and I was like, he doesn't
never seen him.
He doesn't need anything what he's gave me at all ever. And I went from the beginner to intermediate, and it was still nothing like he'd ever showed on his Instagram. And so it's obviously that's another thing you need to look out for when you're picking off these big marketers, that it's not actually them making the program. Some other random person. Sometimes they're not as experienced as the person who you're watching.
I would go as out of all the programs I've bought, as I said, I've bought so much. Like I genuinely, including coaches that I've worked with, and definitely close to 10 grand in terms of my own money that I've spent on this.
So, see, to be honest with you, that's the only plan I ever bought, because I'm not buying enough.
That scarred me for life. But I tell you what, see, out of all those programs, there was good, there was bad, and there was okayish. But I was coming from the point of I'm disciplined. Not, I know that I'm disciplined, but I'm ready to give 6 days of my life this. Like we said, I was younger, didn't have too many commitments, so the plans that I was going for was the bodybuilding plan.
Yeah,
so
you're going for it.
Being a personal trainer that helps the average person get stronger and healthier, I'm comparing their lifestyles to those types of plans. I'm like, that's terrible. But I know those people are buying those fucking plans. That's
so I did actually buy a second plan, and this is quite a funny story as well. I bought David Laid's DUP program.
Oh, aye.
Daily undulating program, right? So it changed for day to day.
Just on a notes page or something like that, isn't it?
No, it's not even that, mate. It was fucking insane.
Was it?
It was, and the volume was crazy. Like,
Was it?
say on squats, I think it was a set of 5, right? With like 90% of your 1 rep max.
Fucking hell.
Right.
Straight off the bat.
Straight off the bat, right? And then it was.
Don't come to me if you're a wee pussy.
Then it was like 4, 60, 12, like 80%, something stupid like that.
Interesting.
And mate,
Do you
you
know
were
who
fucking broken.
Do you know what he was targeting? Like, what was his audience? Or was it, did he say?
I think it was just like people like me, like a younger, just starting the
Like,
gym.
is he-
What to be strong like David Laid, what to look
Aye.
like David Laid, but at the same time, mate, this volume was insane.
That's mad.
That was one of the programs where I couldn't even finish it because it was just too much.
So, what I was going to say, out of all the programs I got, what determined a good program was programs that offered the money back guarantee. I think there's a lot of integrity in that. I was going to do I'm going to do a post for this week, and Gillian said, because I was like, I don't know what to post, and I'm trying to work out some stuff that I'm going to do, and she's like, do your values, and I was like, that's values. Like, I remember working in BT, and they would change their values every 3 years to get everybody hyped up, and it's like, so our values in BT used to be brilliant, simple, and people. And it's like, you want to be brilliant, you want to make it simple, and you want to be a people person. I was like, these are a load of shit. Nobody cares about
bullshit.
these. But it did get me thinking. And a word that I just said there came to mind was integrity and being authentic and trying to be to my true self. And where I was going with this was like a very controversial point I've had from day one is workout classes I believe do more harm than good. And that's a point I've stood by regardless of how awkward the conversation can get. Even with Manny, the gym owner, he owns a gym, he has classes, and I've stood by that ground because that's something I truly believe in.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that I'm right or that point is the be all and end all point of that, but my my integrity is, look, I'm open to challenge on this, but here's my points and here's why I believe this. It's not being big headed and I've gone, no, I'm not doing more class, I'm better than this, blah blah blah. Like we said in previous episodes, but so integrity of a good program is something that goes, look, well, this is so I'm maybe hopefully 2 weeks away from releasing this program, but the way I'm seeing it as I'm writing this out is, look, here's my thinking going into this, here's who I'm trying to target, and look, it might not be for everybody. Any program that you follow is going to work, as I said, but depending on your circumstances, it might not be for you at that moment in time.
100%.
So I want to say, like, here's who it's for, you can try it, and if it doesn't work out, within 30 days you can get your money back. So that's a strategy that I'm going to apply. But see, the reason I'm not stealing that, I'm taking that.
Well, if you put out money back guarantee, you're going to put more effort into that plan.
Well, exactly, because you need it to work.
You do. It needs to work for the masses. You know what I mean? There will be some people who will, you will need to give the money back to.
Aye, probably. And don't get me wrong, this is going to be like the small print, like I can. Money back guaranteed. No, but like in all seriousness. So today's topic, as we said, we are talking about workout plans. More importantly, most people's goals going into the gym is around getting stronger, building muscle, and losing fat. So in previous episodes, we spoke to why lifting weights is important, why building muscle is important, and today we're going to follow that by giving you. We got about 8 reasons here why following a workout program is key to building that muscle.
Absolutely.
You have a very rare chance of building muscle if you're not following a plan.
100%.
Now, if you're brand new to the gym, you might get away with 6-8 weeks winging it for the next couple of weeks. But if you're that new to the gym, I would guarantee that the stuff that you're following isn't great.
No.
Isn't great if there's no structure at all.
No, a structure leads to 2 things. It leads to no muscle gain, and it leads to no goals. You're not hitting any, you're not achieving any goals. So why would you want to keep going back to the gym when you're not achieving anything? You're just going in and lifting weights. That's boring. That's not even boring. That's very tedious.
It's like that. So one principle, this might be, I know we've done a progressive overload, but the only principle that matters when building muscle is progressive overload. Now, if you're not following a structure, yes, there is a way to progressively overload your workouts is changing the exercises from time to time.
Yeah.
But that's the key phrase, time to time.
Yeah.
If it's so novice every time you go in, you're not giving your
So
body the chance to
how long
adapt.
would you structure a plan for?
Me? Depends on the person, but usually ought to follow one set phase.
To follow one set of exercises.
I would go between, depending on the type. So I've spoken about this before. I like to do phases.
Yeah.
So there's a program that I'll do for new people, which is a technical phase where it's about slowing the reps down. So we do that for 3 weeks, and it's repetitive. It's the same 3 workouts 3 times in that week. So it's 3, 6, 9 times of slowing down common movements.
Yeah.
And then we go into strength phase, which I would say is about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's about 4 weeks, and then our phase of 4 weeks. But what I would say to that individual is, like, you're taking me on for 12 weeks, or maybe 14 weeks. I'm going to take you through all these phases. You now have this in your arsenal, so you can then go, right, I actually really like that phase. I'm going to stay into it. And I would say no more than 8.
Yeah.
But I guess there's also an argument there. If it's working for you, why stop? But then the argument back to is, if it's working for you, that means your body's getting used to it. It's time to change that.
100%. So what I would say is, foremost, I get all my clients doing 4 weeks, right? But for myself, I've done 6 weeks.
Aye.
I don't really think I would go for 8 weeks. I think for strength training, it's too much. For
Absolutely.
bodybuilding, you can definitely plan 8 weeks. And obviously, then
I followed the same program actually. That just reminded me, that was 14 weeks.
14 weeks.
Exercise. The only thing that changed was I had more sets of abs.
And
my cardio went for 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, an hour, earn 20, earn 30.
Was it?
Aye,
Oh,
fucking nuts, man.
Fucking
But this
crazy.
is what I mean, like, anyone following an hour on the treadmill or an hour on the Stairmaster, you're going to be fucking shredded. There is no math into that. What it does, fucks your hormones up, fucks your body composition up, and fucks your fucking
mental health up.
Aye, mental health.
You don't have to be doing it unless you fucking love that.
It teaches you discipline. That's another hand, because I was like, I
Well-
can't be asked doing this, but then I'm getting up to that 60-minute mark, and I'm like, you know what? I feel good. I feel I've accomplished something.
Aye.
It's like doing, like you said, doing that hardship.
So let's get to the first point, and that is it provides structure and guidance for your training like no other. You don't need to think about it.
No.
There's no thought goes into it. You just need to go in and do, as long as you trust whatever plan you bought. Look, you look at it and go, that's good. Don't need to think about it. 4 weeks, you don't think about it, you do it. At the end of the 4 weeks, you go, right, that was good. I'm going to change it. And then you change it. But as soon as you start a plan, that's what I always say to everybody, as soon as you start that plan, finish it. Right?
See it through.
And then at the end of it, you go,
Was that good?
what was it? What was the pros and what was the cons? What could I do better? What was my strengths? What were my weaknesses? What did I need to work on now? Did that plan even work? No, move on. And then another 4 weeks. And then by the time you've done many plans, you'll know your body a lot better than just going in and doing random exercises here, there, and everywhere.
And this is where a well executed program. It depends. I like the full body approach. So I'm building this full body approach program. But see, the end of you following this program at the end of the 12 weeks, you should be able to rerun that and start to change some of the things that you feel, I was doing that, but I wasn't. I done it, I stuck to it, but nah, there was something that was bothering me on that. I'm going to do this instead. So yes, and one thing on the structure that you don't have to think about also helps with your anxiety. If you're anxious going into the gym, that is one part that's taken away from you, because you're probably anxious because you're like, oh, I don't know what to do.
What the day? You just go and do that. It's simple.
Just move down your list.
And if you're not sure how to do the exercises, that's when you get a personal trainer for however many weeks, and then once you're comfortable, that's you move on. That is the pros of a personal trainer that people overlook, because they go, oh, I can do it myself. Look, see, sometimes just invest. It's just a bit. My client said to me the day, he's like, I'm going to get weights for the house. He's like, because you need to invest in yourself. People forget that in the day. They forget that to invest time and money into themselves and not just everything running about them.
Aye, and just think about like how much money's wasted on other stuff, like
crazy amounts.
Same amount of people that buy Starbucks every day. Multiple Starbucks. You're flexing, you're rich.
It's sort of stuff. Fucking daft.
But right, on to the second point, and that is that a workout program can help you track your progress. I love this, and this is something I've only really started to do in the last year.
Because did you know that before?
I never. So, in terms of tracking my progress, I was one of the guys that saw up here. And then you go, what did it? And then I found myself the next week like doing my foundation
and
day.
That leads to anxiety for people who don't even have anxiety.
Exactly.
Because you need to think more. So we're lifting weights, you don't want to be thinking that much. You want to be doing.
I know.
And if you're thinking about, should I be doing that? That's just taking away from the energy that you need to lift the weights.
Aye. No, I'm kind of on the fence with this because I've not tracked the weights that I've been doing. The whole point of me following a workout program just now is to get moving and just follow a routine.
Right.
So it's not like pushing the weight on I know progressive overload is important, but I know when I go into it. Well, that's a lie. Actually, last week I did start tracking my workouts, but 2 weeks prior to that.
How come? Why?
Because I didn't want to get emotionally invested in the weights because I knew I was picking lighter weights. Just to the whole purpose of that exercise was to get blood flowing, to get movement.
That was like my Monday there. I just lifted weights, but I did track it. But at the end of the day, the thing was go lighter.
Aye,
don't go all out.
Aye, but I feel like I'm maybe in a better suited position to do that from maybe the average person because I was picking up a weight and I was going for a rep range. So that's the beauty of having rep ranges. If you're going for 8 to 12, if I was feeling good, I was like, oh man, they felt heavy. I'm going to drop down because I wasn't getting 8, or that felt good. I'm going to put the weight up a wee bit and get more reps out of that, if that makes sense. So I've kind of got. I'm not perfect. I'll be way off if I had to track them. And going into it next week I'm going to be off because I don't have those set baseline numbers. But that's where I loved that app Trainer's Eyes. Like when I started using that with clients, I was like, this is so much
better for your clients. So much better.
I was doing everything on Excel and pieces of paper.
That's when I started as well.
5 clients I had, and then I was training 5 people from my garage.
I was doing check-ins through Instagram.
And it quickly became 10. And I was saying to someone, and we're setting up, and I was like, right, I think we had about 5 kilo on each of this, and it was like bent over rows or something. And they were like, I've never done this exercise before. And I looked at them and I'm like, what? And then I was like, whoa. How have I confused?
See, sometimes though, even though I've got trainers, I go, have I done this before you? And they're like, no. They're like, no. I'm like, all right.
It is hard. Like anyone that says, oh, I never do that, like, swallow your ego. Like, we're human. We're human at the end of the day. But that's why these tools and like the way technology is, why would you not use a tool? It's just like you use wrist wraps. Why you use any of these other equipment? Is stuff to help your performance.
100%, and it's nice. It looks nice, so you're more inclined to use it and track. Do you know what I mean?
And we don't get chances to really reflect and check ourselves. So you go in, you're like, how did I do 60 kilo on this last week? And you're in, you're going, oh, what the fuck? And you start replaying the last few days.
That is another thing. Say you go in, you're like, I'm not feeling it today, but I done 60 for 6 last week. I can day 60 but I can day 60 for 6 again then. If you did track that and you went, what did I do last week? Did I do 50 for 6? I'm not feeling great.
You put 60 on, you're like, no, I definitely didn't do that.
I definitely didn't do that, but if you've got that there, you're more likely to push yourself to the same. You don't need to up it, but you're more likely to push yourself to be the same.
To try and match the same. Right, on to the third point then.
So a workout program can help. I didn't even realise I wasn't speaking into anything. A workout program can help you avoid plateaus and keep making progress.
Yeah. Plateaus is the number one thing that happens with everybody's journey. Don't let influencers think or confuse you otherwise. Even us as personal trainers, plateaus come. And I'll probably say I've had more plateaus this year in my whole training career. And what's happened this year? More stresses with business.
100%.
More fucking we're taking on the most amount of clients that I've ever taken 100%. As well. So it's but having a program as a baseline, as you said, it's that mental thought. I don't need to think about it. It's all there. It's all planned out. That's my routine. You start challenging your consistency, your goals, and your why as to why you're working out.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to feel better if I get this done. So that then helps you achieve.
It does. It keeps you on track, even when all the stress is going on.
Yeah. So with your plateau then, can you speak to anything with this just now? Is that maybe one thing that you think?
So I think we following a structured program, you know when you've been following a structured program where you're making progress. So because you know where you're making progress, you know when there's a decline in your performance, and then that's when you know to take a step back. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? If you've just been here, there and everywhere and then you have an off day, you've just had a fucking off day. But if you've been training consistently for 4 weeks on the same program and you have 3 shitty workouts in a row, that's when you know to take a step back. But you wouldn't have known that if you had 2 shitty workouts in a row, but you hadn't been doing totally random things. So it helps you alleviate. Is it stress? Is it sleep? No, it's the work. It's the fact that you need to have genuine recovery.
And this is perfectly on to the next one then. So point number 4 is that following a workout program can arguably reduce the chance of getting an injury. So I can think of 5, maybe 6 people who have really badly hurt themselves, and it's not because they were following a plan, it's because they're like,
fuck it,
they're doing bench and they're like, oh, heavy deadlift, so I give me a shot of that, boom, pulled a muscle, or
100%. That's how it happens.
Plan.
That's how it happens.
Because there's structures in there. This is the thing, like you can't, like the older that you get, this is certainly the case that you can't just go, right, I'm going straight into this workout. You need to kind of prime and get your body in that zone.
Well, that's the thing. Elite level powerlifters get injured less than regular gym goers.
Aye.
You know what I mean? They're lifting like 3, 4, 5 times what people are in the gym. People are lifting 100 kilo deadlifts and they're pulling their back.
I know.
Because the reason being that these elite level lifters have followed a set plan that has led their body being able to lift that.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody in the gym just goes and does it once, their body's not ready.
Aye.
Even if they're strong enough, in quotation marks, their body's not ready. Their central nervous system's not ready.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had one of my clients who was deadlifting 200 kilo and he was training for the first time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
His body's never been used to lifting weights or getting that amount
Too
of
early.
stress first thing in the morning. He goes in with 60 kilos on the deadlift and he's like, this doesn't feel good.
Nah.
And his brother shouts at him saying, come on, get 12. I want 12 reps. He pushes through those 12 reps and what happens? He slipped a disc in his back.
Did he?
Aye. So this is one example. Don't get me wrong. Like following a program as well. Like if you're constantly trying to push it, like you said, you're going, I done 60 last week. I don't feel like I've got 60 in me. And then you push through that again, that could lead to an injury, arguably. But
It could, but the one thing that you have to do with that is you've done 3 weeks of that exercise already.
technical, aye.
So-
So it's always you're always homing it. If it's a good workout
you've
program,
got that technical proficiency of the workout, you've got the motor units ready, and plus, you're just stronger by that point. You're 3 weeks in, you're stronger.
aye, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
But a good workout program would definitely preference every exercise that.
Yeah.
Yes, we're progressively overloading. We want to challenge the weight each week. We want to slow things down. But the number one fundamental rule of following all these exercises is technique.
Yep.
Technique is
the
main
key. Is the key. So if you don't know technique, go and get it sorted first.
thing. Look at the workout demonstration. Right, go give us number 5 then.
So number 5, a workout program can make your workouts more fun and enjoyable, because that, like, look, if you can't adhere to any workout program, you're not going to make progress as well. So it needs to be of adherence for you. So you need to enjoy it in some form of way. And as I always say, and I'll always say this till I die, you need to have good technique and you need to understand things. Like, you need to understand how to do things. If you don't understand how to do it, you're not going to like it because you're going to be shit at it.
Yeah.
So you need to be good at it.
And I think as well, like the fun part, like that's I don't know why we're in a society that like going to the gym's almost like frowned upon. I fucking hate when
That is.
like Luis Capaldi's video message
Oh,
and he was like, I fucking hate it. I hate going to, and it's funny. He's a funny guy, and he's
I didn't enjoy the message.
well, I was going to say maybe doing it because he's portrayed as almost, like, he's a singer, but he is a comedian as well. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
But I don't know if that's why he was doing that video, but then a lot of people are like, I really
Fucking
like
hate the gym. I fucking hate
the gym. Hate the gym. It's like, why? Like, what you use it? Like, this is like saying I don't know, you hate spending time with your family close members, like your family close members, your close ones, your loved ones.
Yeah.
This is like the gym or working out or lifting weights. These are all methods, and one of the most free, low cost methods of giving you longevity, strength, high quality of life, better, healthier life. Like, why is that a thing that we're going, fuck that, fuck doing that? Like, there's another podcast, is it H2?
H3.
Aye. And he's like, fuck going to the gym.
Aye.
Why would you want to go to the gym?
Who's got time to exercise?
And all these people, they're young and in their 20s.
Shocking.
And I don't know.
He said that to the Liver King. He said that.
I
think it was the Liver King. Who's got time to exercise? You know what I mean?
but I think that's because it's portrayed as this vain environment, and everyone's working out to look a certain way. And look, I think the message will slowly shift. I almost not excited, but I'm looking forward to the next 10 years, because I know my friends in my circle, it will become where maybe they were going, you were working out because you want to look a certain way, and then they start getting back pain and just general wear and tear on their body. And because they've not been building a good solid foundation, that pain's going to be like the difference of me working out and them working out is going to be so far fetched. Whereas right now, I'm bigger and I've got more muscle just now, so they're like, you're just working out because it's looks. But then when we're in our 30s, it's like, your back didn't hurt when you bent over there, or watch yourself when you can lift that on your own. So I can't wait for that.
One of my clients, she was in the other day, and she's 31 or something, 31, and she was like, why? No, so she was on the shoulder press machine, and we did a day shoulder press with dumbbells, because she was like, can I just do a shoulder press machine today? I was like, you know what, that's fine. And she's like, why would that no use the machine over the dumbbells? I was like, because I want you to be strong and stable at the same time. And she's like, why? And I was like, No, but she wasn't saying it in a bad way.
Aye.
It's an understandable question. Why would I do that if I could just do that and build my shoulders then? I went, I want you to be able to push things over your head stably in your normal life. And she's like, why does that matter? I was like, well, see when you're 40, 50, 60 and you can't do these things, it's because you haven't trained to do them and earlier in life. But I'm not saying if you're 15 you've not done it, you can still learn how to do it. But if you're 30 and you're training that way, when you're 40, 50, 60, that's going to be no issue to you at all. And that's the one thing that I always say, and I know that's gone off topic of what workout plans, but she was like, why would I not do this machine over the free weights? Because the machine will build her shoulders to be bigger.
No, they will.
Easier. There's obviously
it's the same with isolation workouts, isn't it? It's
exactly.
Because I've had challenges from, no challenges, but clients just being curious and questioning, like, why are we not doing like 4 exercises for our back and using the cables and the machines and that? I was like, well, we can, but your goal's not to grow your back. Like, you will still grow your back, but we've tried to build solid foundations of multiple muscle groups working at the same time. That synergy, those motor units, the coordination, the practice, like, these are all things that you can do as well as build muscle. Is it maybe a slower path? Potentially. Okay, you'll get somebody that's building their back that's hitting it 3 times a week. Absolutely. But one, I feel that that's miserable, and 2, on the long run, you will be a healthier person if you follow multi-movements.
100%. 110%.
So actually I don't know where you got that one, Faye, because I didn't have that in my list, but anyway, so I've got here, a workout program can help you obviously target a specific muscle group or specific goal. And this is where there's so much programs out there, there's so many free programs, there's so many paid programs, and then you're just picking one that suits your goal in that time.
You need to think, what do I actually want? Where can I actually get it, and start from there.
So let's go down that thought process. I want abs. Challenge that. Why do you want abs? Like, what is it that you want? Oh, right, okay, so you want to lose weight. Right, why do you want to lose weight? Oh, because you're not happy that you've been overweight for the last 10 years, right? Okay, so you start challenge the goal enough and you'll get to the root cause of what a good program to follow you. But equally, you can go, right, I'm going to follow an ab program, and then you come out back and I was like, that was terrible. Because most ab program, if there's a program out there that's training just purely abs for the next 6 weeks.
Well, I'll go back into the Joseph Racket, right? You keep talking and I'll find that.
That's hilarious. But thinking about your goal can help. So we're saying that the whole purpose, if your goal is to build muscle, you'll not get any progress, or you'll get very little progress from not following a plan and just winging it all the time. But this goes for, say you want to be more balanced, more coordinated, more sports specific, you want to be stronger, you want to be more athletic. Programs and workout structure is the only way forward.
It's the go-to. So this has got bent knee hip raise, 3 sets 25. I've not really any problem with the rep range, but
is that just a leg raise with your knees bent?
Aye.
And this is a good point actually, because even
just
some workout making it so complicated, using so much jargon.
Hand overhead crunch, right? So night round, we've done 2 crunches already, right? Crunches, legs on bench.
How many reps?
That's a third crunch, 3 sets 25. Right?
On them all?
Aye, on them all. And then elbow to knee sit ups, so like the...
Why have you not got an 8-pack?
Mate, I've got an 8-pack.
Sorry.
Right, but, so, there, I'm not getting to say that. That's fucking shocking, isn't it?
Mental capacity is just blown for that. So that's reason number 6. So let's get on to number 8 then. So a workout program can help provide accountability, but also support. Most workout programs come with demonstration videos. We spoke in a previous episode where trying to YouTube the right workout, you can YouTube how to barbell back squat, and you'll get 100 different coaching cues, and it can almost be so overwhelming. This gives you one element to focus on, whether you believe it's a good program or a not so good program. As we said, you've committed to it, try and follow it for at least the time frame that you're set out to do it. Then reflect back and go, right, did I actually gain a lot from that, or what was missing in that program? What was some of the things I could have done better? As we said earlier, investing in a PT is also going to be the higher ticket point to get to learning how to squat, for example. A program's going to have more challenging boundaries to do the same effect as what a personal trainer, because they see you in person, as opposed to a program that's going, right, let's think about the common mistakes that everyone gets into when they go to barbell back squat, and they might tick them all, but there might be something that you're doing that's not in that list. So that's it. That's the accountability and the support factor. I think that
100%. It's good to be watching one coach and learning the coaching cues off that instead of, oh, I'm going to do squats today, I'm going to watch this man, and then the next day you're going to watch something else, and it's just so confusing, and then the technique's totally different, and then you're not actually making the progress on the squats that you were meant to be making.
Exactly. Right, so I think that wraps up for the programmes. Now, we will be releasing a programme in the new year, so to keep up to date on this sort of stuff, make sure you're following us both on Instagram. You can find James
at RawGymFit,
and you can find me at Coach Crosser. The main Instagram page, we're going to change that because we're setting up the PT studio, and there's too many social media platforms to try and fucking balance them all. So
way too many.
You'll see more podcast content coming from our business pages, and then you'll see some actual coaching professional, whatever you want to call it,
the demonstrations
from the PT studio page. So if you're interested in that is changing. That is at Bulletproof Studios. It's so hard to get into the rhythm.
I know. So used to saying Bulletproof Mindset, but Bulletproof Studios. This is still called Bulletproof Mindset. Don't forget it.
We probably need to go through everything Bulletproof Studios is this bit. Bulletproof Coaching is the program. Bulletproof Mindset is the podcast.
We've got it.
We're taking over. So as always, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.
Have a nice one.